up, dude? And welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk, brought to you by Detroit Lions on the Prowl and Lions Nation Unite. It's your man, Curt. Today is Monday, May 1st, 2023. It's the first of the month. Get up, get up. Make sure you pay your bills today, baby. On deck for today's show, we recap and react to the Lions 2023 draft class, and LL goes over the Lions 2023 undrafted free agent signings, and there will be a special announcement for dessert with your man, Curt, at the end of the show. So make sure you stay tuned. But before we get into all that, man, it's time to bring in the rest of the crew, man. Fresh off his boxing exhibition on Saturday night, man. He got all them jobs, man. He'll sell you a shirt. He'll coach your kids. He will give you a fade, run you a fade, and he will cook you a meal. It's my man, who?
It's the Wolverine, Coach Mike Jones. And I just want to send a happy birthday to my stepson, Caden. Get it, man. Today is your day.
All right, man. And y'all know who it is. It's the ladies' pet, the men's regret. You ain't seen nothing yet. Your auntie's favorite player, LL Cool Twins. What's going on, my guy?
What's up, Prowl Nation, and good morning.
Let's get this thing started
right now.
Let's go.
Detroit Lions talk, baby.
Welcome to Detroit.
Well, Curt, long draft weekend it was. Go ahead and kick this recap off.
Man, y'all know we was here. We was on the channel Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It was a long process, man, but we got that thing done, man. All right, let's go over the picks first, and then we'll kind of give our synopsis. All right, let's go with the first two rounds first. All right, first up, first round, we had pick number 12, Jahmyr Gibbs, running back out of Alabama, 5'11", 200 pounds. The next pick we had in the first round was Jack Campbell, linebacker out of Iowa, 6'5", 246. In the second round, we went over and we took another Iowa player at number 34. We took Sam Laporta out of the University of Iowa, tight end, 6'4", 249. Man, big dudes. And we traded back, and we got the only player that didn't get picked in the first round that was at the actual draft because he was slated to go in the first round. Second round pick, number 45, Brian Branch, cornerback safety out of the University of Alabama, 6 foot, 193 pounds. Let me get my quick synopsis. Okay, Jahmyr Gibbs. If y'all remember, you can kind of rewind the tape and go back. That was the guy I was like, I like him for the Lions. I like his versatility. You look at him, he can play running back, he can play wide receiver. He's a very elusive runner. He can run inside, he can run outside. The young man is blazing fast, running 4.3, 640 at the combine. That was the fastest of all the running backs, I do believe. He's a player that straight line speed transfers onto the field. Because you got some guys that ran fast. Like DJ Turner, like he ran fast, but you didn't see him play like that at University of Michigan, because I watched plenty of University of Michigan games because I'm a Michigan fan. But he was the number 2 rated running back in the draft, just behind Bijan Robinson. And then you got Jack Campbell, that downhill linebacker from Iowa. We did a preview on him when we did the linebackers. He's a heat-seeking missile. He plays in the middle. While he's not the fastest linebacker, because he runs like a 4.65. I will say this about Jack Campbell. He's not a great man coverage linebacker, but he's good in zone. So he can make up some stuff. And I think for him, well, let me do something else. Okay. He was the number 1 rated linebacker in the draft class. So let's not get that. All right. So drafting Jack Campbell pushes Anzalone to his more natural position of the off the ball linebacker. And that puts Jack Campbell in the middle of the defense. He's going to be that Mike linebacker. You don't draft a guy in the first round at Mike linebacker, and he's not going to be your Mike. He's going to be your Mike. Anzalone's going to go back to Will, probably his more natural position. And you go from there. I mean, the dude, he's got great athletic ability. His 10-yard splits are great. I'm not expecting my middle linebacker to be running people down the field 40 yards. That's just me. I want him to get within that 10 yards of the line of scrimmage and get to those ball carriers. That's what I expect from him. So, and he does that. All right, Sam Laporta, big body tight end. He can line up inside. He can line up out wide. Decent blocker. He's a good target in the pass game wherever he lines up, and he's a matchup nightmare in the red zone at 6'4" and 250 pounds. He was the number 3 ranked tight end in the draft. All right, and then last but not least, in the second round, we got Brian Branch. He fits the revamped secondary of the Lions. What are you talking about, Curt? He can play safety and he can play corner. You got 3 guys that all fit that bill. You got Brian Branch, who we just drafted. You got Cam Sutton, who does the same thing, and you got CJ Gardner-Johnson. All the 3 of those guys can play either safety or corner. And Brian Branch was the number 1 rated safety in the draft, and he was slated to go in the first round, but slid into the second round. A lot of safeties kind of slid down the board in this draft. And I think, depends on how he plays, and he can play behind Gardner-Johnson for a year. He may be the steal of the draft, man. The first 4 picks overall, I read this, all could have went in that first round. All those guys could have went at 18. All 4 of them could have, because most of them were slotted to go at that position in the draft, either that in mid to late first round. So you look at these guys, and most of them were at the top, whether they're the top of their position, if not the top. You got 2 people that are rated number 1 at their position, and then I got number 2 and one that rated number 3. So you look at those first 2 rounds. I like it. It may not be where people thought they were going to draft them, because you can interchange them and you can shuffle them around, and they still got guys that were first round talents. So what do you guys think about the first 4 picks of the draft, rounds 1 and round 2?
Yeah, you know what? I was mad as hell. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, as soon as I seen that Seattle had took Devin Witherspoon, I'm like, we got him. And then the phone rang, and then we drafted Jahmyr Gibbs, and I was like, what in the hell are we doing? But you know what? After I slept on it, I went back, and I was watching video, and Jahmyr Gibbs is Weapon X. Jahmyr Gibbs is Weapon X. You can put him anywhere on the field, and there's a mismatch, man. He got that 4.36 burner speed. He got that, man. He's Weapon X, and I like it, man. I apologize to LL. My bad, LL. I was bad. I was down on Jack Campbell because I was thinking about Kyle Van Noy. I was thinking about just bigger linebackers, but you are right. He is actually a lot more athletic than you let on. Well, not that you, but that he looks, because I watched some of his film as well, and he does have some lateral quickness, and his length makes up for a lot of, that little lack of that first step. And yeah, man. So I'm interested to see what he gonna do, man. And Brian Branch was a steal, I think, because he was a first rounder, and he slipped. And I think that's why we traded up and got him, because we were like, oh, what, he fell. So yeah, and I'm really not a Laporte fan. I don't really know much about him. So yeah, but all I gotta say to my dad, who is a Dallas Cowboy fan and who is an Alabama Crimson Tide fan for life, and always talking bad about the Michigan Wolverines and Detroit Lions, you gonna be a Detroit Lion fan, my brother, because we done picked 3 Crimson Tide players in the last 2 years. So come on down, my brother. Embrace it.
What you got, LL? We were on the show together the first night. You did a little bit of the second day. So what you got, my man?
Yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs, nice pick. Jack Campbell, nice pick. And it's because a lot of people, I didn't think it would fall that way at all, but I believe I did hear some stuff about Trenton Simpson. I just can't remember exactly. I think it was something about medicals. And that's the only reason why I think he slid as far as he did.
We fell off a cliff.
So, that was the name that I was saying, and some other people were saying, then maybe could have been taken instead of Jack Campbell, or, a lot of guys were saying that the joke is, and I like this joke too, because I know how to take jokes, but they say that, Brad Holmes liked second round picks so much that he took 2 in the first round. So I thought that was a good joke. And I understand that, because a lot of people thought that these players should go in a certain spot, but they didn't. So there's that. The only Brian Branch is a very, very nice pick that saves us from probably trying to have to spend on CJ, GJ, or any other. Maybe we resign him, then they just keep a bunch of these types of guys because he's a defensive back. I believe you said that verbatim, Curt, before. That he's not necessarily a nickel or a safety; he's a defensive back, and I like that because that's what he is. He's going to play wherever they put him. And Sam Laporta, that's the only pick right now that I'm just like that I'm kind of more so wait and see on. I didn't really like that pick. I didn't think we needed a tight end. I didn't think we were going to take a tight end because all reports said they were in love with James Mitchell from last year. I thought and they kind of the same player in a way, but we'll see. We'll see.
I mean,
but
that was the position that a lot of us was like, a lot of the content creators, we were like, why would we? Because they were mocking a tight end to us, or they were saying that that was a position of need for the line.
A lot of people liked him and had him picked for us, though. A lot of people from around here.
So you look at it, I get it. Saying you look at it, you look at the tight ends we had in the building last year when we let TJ Hockenson go. You had two guys that were undrafted free agents, and you had a guy that we drafted in the middle round. So, I mean, I get it. I mean, he's a good weapon. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I'm not like, ooh, we should draft Stanley Porter. No, I can't be wrong. I mean, like, but if you look at where he was rated at the position, as a positional value as where he was at, and when we got drafted in the because only one tight end went in the first round. You think about it, and that was Kincaid. So you look at it, he was the third ranked tight end in the entire draft. So you look, man. I mean, we get him. It's another weapon for Jared Goff and the offense. So I mean, like I say, like you all said, it was a pick that's kind of wait and see, what happens with that. So, and people keep saying that, we don't, Ben Johnson doesn't value the tight end position. The tight end scored 12 touchdowns last year. 12 on the tight end position. So, yeah.
Didn't know that.
And probably one of the biggest plays of the year was to a tight end. That touchdown with Brock Wright at the end of the Jets game. So you look at that, man. A lot of they did damage in the red zone. Look how many touchdowns James Mitchell. Look how many touchdowns Zane Zilstra, and Zane Zilstra was killing the Panthers. I watched him do that firsthand, and so yeah. So and then one thing before we close this out, man, and because we got to touch on it before we go to the next segment. With Jahmyr Gibbs, man, and congratulations, but thank you for all your contribution to Detroit Lions, DeAndre Swift. I knew that Swift was going to be traded. When we drafted Jahmyr Gibbs, it was like, that's two of the same players. You just got younger and a guy that's healthier.
And faster.
Faster. So, I was like, yeah, I knew that trade was coming. People, you didn't get enough. I'm like, dude, I thought we were going to get about a fifth round for just because of the injury history with DeAndre Swift. I know he was a second round pick, but we moved up and to be able to get a player in that seventh round that we wanted. And the fact that we got a fourth round for him, I know, it's 8 to 2025, man. Sometimes you need a little something in your back pocket to hold on to, man. So
yeah.
I thought it was 2024.
No,
but
2025.
2025.
Yeah. So I like the fact that he kind of like got a little something in the back pocket for later on. So you know what I'm saying?
Little Willy Wonka ticket.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He got his lottery ticket, you know what I'm saying? Something to add to but it's a fourth round of 2025, man. But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? You got what you can get for him. Because if it was a 2024 pick, it would have been a fifth or sixth rounder. That's just me.
Probably been a sixth.
Yeah.
Maybe
it wouldn't have been a fourth rounder but you can't, I mean, like you won't be. And there was rumors that as soon as they drafted Jahmyr Gibbs, he was like, I need to trade. I need to be traded out of here. Oh, it was coming, brother. When they drafted, you had to worry. We would trade your ass soon as we traded. But hey, like the video, share the video, comment on the video, man. Hey, we're going to do the family discussion topic after we finish all the draft picks or after Coach Mike Jones goes, man. But hey, make sure you go over and check out Fanatics.com, man. Links in the description below. A portion of the proceeds go to help us grow the content on the channel. Hey, you can get this official draft cap that a lot of the draft picks had on draft night. and Fanatics.com. Links in the description below, man. They got a whole bunch of deals going on, man. And those things will be going on sale soon because the actual season caps will be coming out here probably when the schedule comes out here in the next couple of weeks. But make sure you check us out on Lions Nation Unite. It's the one-stop shop, the ultimate virtual hangout for Detroit Lions fans. You can go to the app. You can download it in the Google, Android, or Apple App Store for your mobile devices. You can go to lionsnationunite.com. Make sure you check out their store over there. You know, I got that "What Up Though" shirt. This is the redesign, man. It's in that it's in the store over there as well, man. So you can go check it out over there at Lions Nation Unite, or you can go check out their Facebook page. They're doing big things over there on Facebook. So go check out Lions Nation Unite and your man Herman Moore 84, man. You know he does it big for us in the Lions community. Make sure you check us out on DetroitLionsOnTheProwl.com, man. If you want to get yourself some retro Lions on the Prowl gear, the shirts that our beloved founder, the late Jim Bordeaux Award, go over to LionsOnTheProwlShop.com. Coach Jones will hook you up, man, because if you're a Wolverine on Saturday and a Lion on Sunday like we are right here on this panel, you can go over and check out WolverLion.com. Make sure you do your part in your fight against cancer and go support the Roar Up gear. The links in the description below as well. Help out my man, Big Lion Man. He be all over the place. He's at the draft, man, doing his thing. And a portion of the proceeds from the Roar Up gear go to help the American Cancer Society of Michigan. Check out your man, Curt Steele, at CurtSteele.com. And, you know, check me out on Sideline Report. So let's get back into these draft picks, man. Coach Jones, what you got, man, for rounds 3, 5, and 7? And if for my Masonic brothers, y'all know what that means, man. We're going to step lightly. But what you got, brother?
All right, so in round 3, we did what everybody wanted. I think that the Lions Nation and we wanted them to draft Hendon Hooker. We like, man, if we draft Hendon Hooker, he can sit behind Goff. And then when Goff contract is up, we ain't got to pay Goff $50 million. We can put in Hendon Hooker. William Prayer's answer, because the 3rd round, pick number 68, we drafted Hendon Hooker. So I'm like, okay. That made me feel a lot better about the draft. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't really dive into the picks until Sunday. But that made me, okay, I'm like, okay, yeah. And then the 3rd round, we also, we snuck back in and we selected Broderick Martin, defensive tackle from Western Kentucky. I didn't know who he was. I had to look him up. That's a big boy right there. That boy is 6'5", 337. That he only gonna play one tech nose tackle. He, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, we plan to into a 3-4. But that boy is big. Man, he big. He's a space eater. One thing that he does very well is he holds guys up right there, and then he see the play, he throw you, he go make the play. That's what he does very well. He also has a good little swim move to be so big. He actually got quick feet to be so big. He can move a little bit, but he will play that interior. He will be that 0-1 tech. I think that was a Brad Holmes kind of a reach and grab. I was like, you know, kind of like every draft the GM get that one dude. He like, that's my guy. I think that was Brad Holmes' guy because he was projected as a 6th round pick, but he went in the 3rd. Yeah, but shout out to my man.
A bigger version of Lee McNeil.
Right, exactly. That boy 6'5", 337.
Almost.
He gonna have to definitely get in the weight room. Because they say a little chubby. So they're gonna trim that up. But in the 5th round, the Detroit Lions selected with pick 152, Kobe Sorsdal. I think I'm saying that right.
Yep.
He was a tackle, but I think he's gonna move into guard.
Yeah.
He's 6'6", 301. That's another guy who I think they, just like Brother Martin, they see something and they like, we can mold him and get ready to take somebody's spot. So I think those are guys that are waiting for when people's contract is up that they can just slide in. And then with the 7th round pick 219, the Detroit Lions selected 6'2", 200-pound receiver Antoine Green. Antoine Green,
like
actually. Antoine Green. Yeah, because he spelled it funny. Antoine Green. You know what? When I watched his tape, I seen Marvin Jones.
Mm-hmm.
That's
That
exactly who
was
I
what I
seen.
thought.
Mini Marvin Jones. Yep.
Yeah, I seen Marvin Jones because he doesn't get a lot of separation, but he high points the ball. He's a good route runner. He gets there. So he gets to a spot. He has very good hands, very, very good hands. So that was, those are the 4 draft picks, 2 third rounders, 1 fifth rounder, 1 seventh rounder, because we all know Brett Holmes was the busiest man on draft day. I think we had 6 trades in the draft. So yeah, what do y'all say? What's y'all opinions on them draft picks, man? I know y'all like we got them.
It was a record. I think it was a record for like trades in the draft. Like I think it was like a man. I mean, Brad Holmes wasn't the only one. There was a whole bunch of willing. I think the Texans will move up and down the field as well, up and down the board, man. Hooker, man, like you said, man, get a chance to sit behind Jared Goff and while he heals from the ACL injury, and I think he's a great great value, and I have to agree. I heard something. I was listening to What We're Sports the other day, and we're talking to my man, Big Easy over there, DSA member. He was like, if Hendon Hooker was healthy, he would have went to the Colts. He would have been the third quarterback off the board. It wouldn't have been Anthony Richardson. It would have been Hendon Hooker if he would have been healthy. Because I think I believe he was that third quarterback behind Young and Stroud.
I think he was number 2. He might have went before Stroud.
Think so? Okay, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Broderick Martin, I don't know, man, dude. I mean, he's that run stuffer. He has a deceptive pass rushing skills as well, but he can get in there, man. That rotation of McNeil and Martin and Buggs and Jones on those early downs, mixed with the NASCAR package of Pascal and Kaminsky. Woo-wee. Well, we're gonna have something cooking on that D line this year, man. We got some things going on. Like you said, Sorenstad play tackle. I think he can kick in the guard. I think they will. And he was the top rated tackle in FCS at William and Mary. So you look at that dude, man. Antoine Green, man, he will help fill in. While JMO served his gambling suspension, man, 6 games. Green, deceptively fast, man. He runs a 4.4. But like you said, man, high point the ball in traffic, man. Good vertical route runner, man, and he can line up in the slot in occasion. I like the versatility of Antoine Green, man. I live in North Carolina, but ACC football is trash. I don't like it. I don't watch a lot of ACC football, but I think it's a good pickup for the Lions. What you got, LL?
Yeah, nothing that you guys ain't already said. I didn't think Hendon Hooker would be there, but there you go. You got your quarterback of the future, or backup, or however it's gonna go. Hopefully the no 5th-year option doesn't put us in a bind, Nate. Broderick Martin, man, I watched his games all day yesterday because I wasn't real sure. But I'm gonna say this now, and we'll revisit this later. But this is the code, or what they're going to call it, the key to unlocking Aleem McNeil. This is a lot of these picks is what they told us they was going to do. They said Aleem McNeil and want to play him at the 3 more, 3 tech more. They want to move him off the nose because he showed that he can do that. And this guy is going to lock him and let him do that. I watched a lot of his games. He was the focal point of that defensive line. They put 2 guys on him and, everything like that. So you can't do that this time around. You put 2 on him, Aleem McNeil going to chop somebody's neck off. So I really like that pick. That's probably my favorite pick of the draft so far. Kobe Sorsdahl, I didn't know nothing about him. I've gotten familiar though. I don't know what he's going to end up being. He could probably be our 6th offensive lineman until we find a spot because we ran the most of that in the league last year. Or he might end up taking somebody's spot. It could be either Jonah Jackson or Decker because he was a right tackle to a left-handed quarterback. So, he protecting the blind side. Any big and rough like that. So we'll see where exactly he gonna fit in that. And then you said that perfectly, Coach Mike. That's what I thought when I said, that's why they brought in. That's why they brought in Marvin Jones for this guy here. He is that they always say extra wide. He's the prototypical outside wide receiver. And I kept hearing people say we needed that. I like Josh Reynolds, not saying that he's going to be here forever, but he's not going to be the next Josh Reynolds, but he's going to play in that spot on the outside for us here. So welcome all these gentlemen. Last round or last slides and these slides as well.
Okay. Hey, now it's time for the final discussion topic of today is give us your thoughts on the Lions rookie draft class. Let us know in the comment section of the video, man. And, you know, give us your thoughts on the Lions rookie draft class. That's your family discussion topic for today. Now it's time to talk about those undrafted free agent signings, man. LL, what you got, man?
Yeah, so I guess this is the most recent list because, you know, these lists kind of grow and or shrink over the next few days while things are still being confirmed and reported. But so far, our undrafted free agent signings go as such. Offensive tackle out of Baylor, Connor Gavin. Quarterback from Kansas State, Adrian Martinez. Safety from Notre Dame and transferred from Northwestern. That's where you're going to see most of his tape at. Brandon Joseph, linebacker from Illinois, Isaac Darkangelo, if I'm saying that right, defensive tackle out of North Carolina State, Corey Durant, running back from the University of Minnesota, Muhammad Ibrahim. That's one of the bigger names out there. Ryan Swoboda, tackle out of Central Florida. Brad Cecil, offensive lineman from South Florida. Sterling Thomas, Sterling Thomas, the fifth cornerback from UAB. Chase Cota, wide receiver from Oregon. Chris Smith, defensive tackle from Notre Dame. Zach Morton, defensive end from Akron. And last but not least, as we stand right now, and Trevor Nawasaki, if I'm saying that right, linebacker from Saginaw Valley State. I saw something yesterday saying that the contracts of Muhammad Ibrahim and Chase Cota were guaranteed. Muhammad Ibrahim signed $100,000 guaranteed, and Chase Cota $80,000 guaranteed. I don't know if those have been officially confirmed or however it goes, but we'll see. But again, welcome to these young men. The big names from this group is that you'll probably hear the most about is probably Muhammad Ibrahim and Brandon Joseph. I watched a lot of.
I'm surprised he didn't get drafted.
I watched a lot of Brandon Joseph, and can't really understand why he didn't. It's got to be, we'll find out soon enough why he didn't get drafted. But if we just talk about, whose role or whatever spot he's going to take, if he makes the team, of course, I think that's that Deshaun Elliott replacement. Maybe not even that, because he's played like Deshaun Elliott, but not like Deshaun Elliott at the same time. Like, he play a lot faster than him. So, I don't know. This is a good group, so let's see who makes the team. What do you guys think?
Yeah, that was the name that jumped out to me was Brandon Joseph. I'm like, he didn't get drafted? So, you look at some of these guys, Adrian Martinez, I think some of these guys are, camp bodies, you know what I'm saying? But you can go a couple guys. Muhammad Ibrahim is one of those guys. I think he can make the roster. He could be our third running back. If you look at the other guys that we have on the roster, we have our number one and number two, but the number three is up in the air, and he could be the third running back that we have on the roster. It depends on what Craig Reynolds does this year. If he can get back on track. He that'll be his spot. But if he doesn't, Muhammad Ibrahim, trust me, that's the thing about the NFL, not for long, because someone's always coming to take your spot. But I like a lot of these signings. So what you got, Coach Jones?
Yeah, I'm not really familiar with a lot of these signings, but Muhammad Ibrahim, he's a good, but I'm surprised he didn't get drafted. He's a strong runner. Even though he's a little bit undersized, he's a strong runner, a powerful runner. Because we seen him up there in Minnesota. We get glimpses of Big Ten football. That boy tough. Yeah, man. So I'm waiting to really say something about all of them because I'm not familiar with a lot of these guys. I gotta watch a little film on them, but. Yeah, man, I'm just excited to see what we can construct. What we going, like Play-Doh, what we going to formulate and mold and bring into this 2023, man. I'm excited.
All right. Now it is time for everyone. My favorite segment of the show is time for us to read what you had to say about the last show. It's time for the comment cards, baby. First up, we got my man Brent in the building. This is my dream. He says, Will Anderson falls to us at 6? That ain't happening because he went 3. We trade a second and third round and get another first round pick and snag Kansas, get Bijan at 18. Bijan went with went before that. So Osiris Torrance falls to the second round. I can't remember where he went. And
He went
Captain Jack
second round, I
falls
think.
to us. We got Captain Jack. We got him in the first round. So
Right. Fred Ra says, L. Cool said the Lions finna push old man Vikings down like they did Terry McMillan at Home Depot.
okay, yeah, the author.
That's not right. They pushed that woman down. My mama beats about her books. That's not right.
Hey,
Not at all.
first off, if whoever puts her down will get their ass whooped.
Yeah,
Cause
Right.
that's my second cousin, right?
I didn't know that, but that's messed up.
Terry McMillan's mom and my grandmother were sisters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She from Port Huron, bro.
Okay.
Check it out. Check it out. Yeah, we gonna have a little talk about that. Whoever puts her down, you don't want to see me in the street like that. What's up, Doc? Dr. Detroit. He says, I hope we trade 18 and another for Donald. We need a top D tackle, and Lion fans are not grasping this at all. You know what? I was hoping too, man, but you know what? At the end of the day, we got a formidable defensive line. I think we was just so up on Jalen Carter. But it is what it is, man. I believe they got what they needed, and we're gonna get it done, man. But thanks, Doc.
They told us what they was gonna do.
The Philadelphia Bulldogs. Whew, sweet Jesus. They added 6 Georgia players over the last 2 seasons. 2
Good luck
last
with
year in the
that.
draft, and 3 draft picks this year, and then they added DeAndre Swift, which is another former Georgia Bulldogs. All right, Lynn Phillips says, just wondering why the Detroit Lions do not bring Calvin Johnson back to the team. There was a contract thing, but actually Calvin Johnson was back. Calvin Johnson was there to meet the 2 first-round draft picks when they got the plane. Barry Sanders was there, and Calvin Johnson was there. Calvin Johnson was also at the Michigan Panthers game yesterday. So Calvin Johnson's getting back into the public eye, especially with the Lions. So looks like Jameson Williams could use a mentor. Brad Holmes addressed this the other day. He said they're not worried about Jameson Williams. They ain't worried about that stuff. He said in his press conference, he said he not made a mistake. He acknowledges what he takes accountability for what he did, and they're gonna keep moving forward. So they're not worried about JMO at all. It's y'all people who gonna run JMO out of town when his contract expires because y'all keep talking shit about him. Anyway, what you got?
Right. Friend of the show, Shaman says, my dream draft scenario might be a little vanilla, but here it goes. I believe they should not trade. Use 5 picks on defense and then use 4 on offense. I feel like this would get them the best possible players from the draft. Well, Shaman, they did a whole lot of trading, and we got some decent players, man. So hopefully you like them.
We did end up with something kind of like that, man. It was just not at the spots that we all thought. It was like wheeling and dealing. But Brian Meter says, Chief fans here, but I have been so excited for you guys this year. Thanks, man. Thank you, Kansas City Chief. Dan Campbell was what the team needed to make a good team culture. I hope you guys make it big. That means a lot coming from a fan from another team. That shows that the Lions, man, we coming, man. We coming. Shouts out to Brandon, not Brandon, but Brandon Meter, man. Hey, we're doing it big.
All right. Thank you guys for commenting on the video, man. Make sure you leave your comments for this video in the comment section of the video. Let us know what you think about the UDFAs or the draft class. Just let us know, or just give us a note how we doing, man. All right, now it is time for everyone else's favorite segment. Like I said, I have a special announcement. It's Dessert with Curt, brought to you by Delightful Bites, custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. If you like, I'd look you will love how they taste. Links in the description below. Over for our Facebook page. If you don't do Facebook, go over to TikTok and Instagram and type in Delightful Bites, and you will see all the beautiful dessert footage. Excuse me, I'm getting a little choked up, but Delightful Bites, get your cookie on. All right, first up, graduating this week. I leave on Wednesday, so there will not be a Wednesday show. There will be a free-for-all Friday, and then next week there will only be a free-for-all Friday. I will be back for that, so no shows Wednesday or Monday and Wednesday next week, but there will be free-for-all Fridays, and Gold Members Meeting. Val will run that stuff. And so getting my master's, completed the program this weekend, so going to be with my family and celebrate down in Florida. Okay, here's the announcement. Here's the other announcement. All right, first of all, I'd like to thank the late Jim Bordeaux for bringing me into the Prowl Nation family as co-host of Detroit Lions on the Prowl back in October of 2020. All right, he was scared to actually ask me to come on the show because I already had a show called The Die Hard Den Podcast with Shawnee J, but I couldn't pass that up, you know. So we became more than friends, man, more than co-hosts. We were brothers, man. That's my guy, man. Business partners, and I miss him every day. That's my dude, man. It broke. If you don't realize how much it broke my heart when he passed away, man, that was it was hard for me to take. And to Val, man, who allowed me to keep Jim's vision going for the past year and a half as primary host of Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Thank you for honoring me with that. That title and let me continue this on with LL and Coach Jones. At the end of May, I will no longer be the primary host of Detroit Lions on the Prowl. I will be heading over to Sideline Report to focus on writing about the team, and I will contribute on Free for All Fridays on occasion. I am not leaving the Prowl Nation family. I'm just going to concentrate on my own stuff. I'm not leaving the Detroit Sports Alliance or Alliance Nation Unite. I will focus on my own site, curtsteele.com as well, and my YouTube channel, what I have going on over there as well. It has been an honor and a privilege to serve as the primary host and the co-host of this show as long as I've done. I will not be far away. I will always be around. You can see me all over these platforms. But thank you for all the love and support you have shown me since I joined the Detroit Lions on the Prowl family. I'm not leaving the family 100%. I just won't be the host or primary host of this show. But it's starting in June. You will have a new person at the helm for the show. But I want to thank everyone. I want to thank my two co-hosts here, LL and Coach Jones. Man, you guys don't know what it is and the honor and privilege it is to wake up in the morning and clown and talk about the Lions. But I really appreciate you two. Definitely being my brothers and being my co-host on the show. And thank you for all the support that you guys have shown me, all the well wishes. But it's time for some, you know, new avenues for me, and I gotta, you know, do some things. And going over the Sideline Report, that's a dream of mine to write for the Lions. And so
I know you're gonna do it big, Curt. I know you're gonna do it big over there, man. I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
But thank you, y'all. Yeah, but now it's time to take that quick walk on over to that wall of fame, baby. First up, we got my man Detroit Drew in the building. Congratulations on a new baby. He got two baby girls over there in that fold, man. So, you know, welcome to the pride, the baby girl Drew. All right, then we got my man Joseph Carter. We got my man David Anderson. Big Q, what's going on, man? Q Rants be up big over there on LNU. You got Joe Mo, you got Bob Korowski, Nomis J, and Doug Prince 72. And we got our sub members. We got Cap Ice Cold, John Martin, Henry Wallace, Kirkland Pratt, and Big Dell. For our gold members, we got Mr. Reliable Michael Huck, Larry McQuiston, man. I just had a Turner Burley call me the other day, man. That's such an inspirational story, man. Love you, brother. For our continuing our gold members, we got my man, Mr. Rough and Raw himself, North End Ken, Justin the D, Michael Lewis, Nicole, Lady Lionel Douchebaggy, Paul Jerose, the Jazzy Wonder, Tornado Blown in from Utah, and the Doctor, Dr. Detroit. He is always in. To become a member of the Wall of Fame, click the join now button in the description. Now it's time for some quick final thoughts for today's show. LL, what you got, my man?
Real quick, big old congrats. You know, we had already talked about it, but to my man Curt Steele, you know, that graduation can mean a whole lot of things to a whole lot of people. Sometimes when you come home, you graduate. When you leave a job for a better job, you graduate. You know, or you actually graduate. So congrats on your graduation in so many ways. You already know how it goes. Much success on the new stuff, and you know we'll see you around.
But I ain't going nowhere. You got me for a whole nother month, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know.
What you got, Coach John?
Yeah. So actually, this is the follow up. Congratulations on Curt, man. That's big, man. That's congratulations on getting the Masters. Congratulations on writing for the Lions. Oh, that's a dream. That's a dream job, man. Go do your thing. I know you're gonna do it. And I actually have an announcement as well. I will be kind of following Curt on his departure from Detroit Lions on the Prowl, and I will be focusing on Wolverine Sports Talk. If you would Michigan fan on Saturday and the Detroit Lion on Sunday, you already know what it is. I think it's the best decision for me for what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to broaden, my horizons, and it wasn't the fact that I wanted to leave Detroit Lions on the Prowl. It was just that my time, the time gap that I have to do these things are, this is the only time slot really I have available throughout my day, spending time with the family and things of that nature. I'm about to have football going on and you know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna, like Curt said, I'm not gonna be going away from the Detroit Lion on the Proud family, but I'm just not gonna be here to be able to do it like we always been doing it, man. And shout out to Jim Bordeaux, man. You know what I'm saying? Rest in heavenly peace, man. Thank you for bringing me on. LL, if you want to be, my co-host or you know what I'm saying, or you want to come in every now and again, man, you more than welcome. Curt, more than welcome, man. I'm trying to make this Wolverine Sports Talk happen, man. I'm trying to, big it up, man. With the website coming in, with the YouTube channel, I'm trying to bring it together. I'm trying to bring that to y'all. And that is my announcement on this Monday. What you got?
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us right here in Detroit Lions of the Prowl. Your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors, man. Some big announcements today. Big transitions for the show, man. But stay tuned because it is going to change. But Val will announce all that stuff. And but we still got another 30 days, man, on the docket, man. So we ain't going nowhere right now. So make sure you stay tuned right here, Detroit Lions of the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors, man. Do us a favor, man. It's Monday. The grind starts today. And you know what it is, man. I'm gonna make sure I found. I ain't got my napkin today, man. But make sure you make sure, man, that what you got to do in life, man. It's one of those things you got to keep progressing. You got to keep progressing. You can't stay stagnant, man. You got to do that, man. So whatever you ate for lunch today, man, get a napkin. Got to make sure from right here, man. Wipe them crumbs off your face, man. Finish your drink and get back to work. And whatever you're doing in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, LL and Coach Mike Jones, this is Curt Steele, and we will holla at you real soon. We love you, Jim.